History of World War II. World War II, the deadliest conflict in human history. Between 1939 and 1945, more than 70 million lives were lost. Nations rose and fell, and the world was forever changed. The seeds of war were sown in the ashes of World War I. The Treaty of Versailles punished Germany harshly, fueling anger and economic collapse. Fascism in Italy, Nazism in Germany, and militarism in Japan promised national glory through conquest. The world stood by as Japan invaded China, Italy attacked Ethiopia, and Germany annexed Austria and Czechoslovakia. Appeasement failed, and war became inevitable. On September 1, 1939, Germany invaded Poland. Britain and France declared war on Germany. Soon, Nazi forces swept across Europe, and by 1940, France had fallen. Only Britain, led by Winston Churchill, stood defiant against Hitler's might. In 1941, Hitler launched Operation Barbarossa, invading the Soviet Union in one of the largest military campaigns in history. The same year, Japan struck Pearl Harbor, drawing the United States into the war. What began as a European war had now engulfed the entire globe. The tide began to turn in 1942. At Stalingrad, Soviet forces crushed Hitler's army in brutal winter battles. In North Africa, the Allies pushed back German and Italian troops at El Alamein. In the Pacific, the U.S. victory at Midway crippled Japanese naval power. The Allies were beginning to win. On June 6, 1944 D-Day, the Allies stormed the beaches of Normandy. France was liberated, and the Allies advanced toward Germany. The Soviet army pushed from the east, closing in on Berlin. The Nazi Empire was collapsing. In April 1945, Adolf Hitler took his own life as Soviet troops entered Berlin. Germany surrendered on May 8th, Victory in Europe Day, but the war in Asia raged on. In August, the United States dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japan surrendered on September 2nd, bringing World War II to an end. The cost of war was staggering: 70 million dead, cities in ruins, and millions displaced. The Holocaust had murdered 6 million Jews and millions of others. But from the devastation, a new world order emerged. The United Nations was formed, Germany was divided, and to superpowers the United States and the Soviet Union would soon face off in the Cold War. World War II was a tragedy beyond measure, but it reshaped the modern world. It taught humanity the cost of unchecked aggression, the value of unity, and the necessity of peace.